Buenos días, bienvenidos a la sexta semana, semana 6. So I want to welcome you to week 6. Now, as always, when you click on semana 6, you're open to this page, and this is where the video you're watching is located. Okay. Then, the objetivos y metas para la primera parte de capítulo 3. So, in this week, you're going to be able to express more ideas and actions in the present tense using irregular and stem-changing verbs. You'll be able to express future ideas using the structure of ir, a form of ir with a plus an infinitive. You'll be able to recognize the difference between and talk about what and whom you know using verbs like saber and conocer. You'll be able to identify in written and oral language, as well as use the personal a, okay, which has no linguistic equivalent in English. It just doesn't exist in English. Okay. So first thing you should be doing is watching this video. You'll read the textbook and complete the corresponding My Spanish Lab activities. The quiz this week is located in Blackboard. You will be turning in your first language and cultural contact presentation on Sunday. On Wednesday of this week, you'll be turning in Dialogue 4, Diálogo 4, and you can begin working on Diálogo 5, which will be due the next week, okay? As well as logging an hour of language and cultural contact. Now, specifically, you can look at the plan for the week. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to swing that over. And it breaks it down for you, okay, as to the pages in the book and then the corresponding activities you should be completing in My Spanish Lab. Okay, and then it reminds you that the quiz is on Blackboard. Okay, and the quiz will be 15 minutes over words associated with a patient intake form. Okay. Okay, so when you click on the quiz, what appears is a review of the vocabulary. This is a video done by another professor that used to be in our Spanish department. Here's again our instructions if you need to use accent marks. And when you are ready to take the quiz, you will click here. Okay, and you'll be given 10 words in English, and you'll type the translation in Spanish. You'll need accent marks. Okay. You'll have points taken off for spelling or missing accent marks. Okay. Alrighty, so that's the quiz. Okay. Next, you'll see the two diálogos. So when you click on Diálogo 4, you have your general instructions as always. And then hopefully you've been practicing with your partners. Okay, this is again diálogo entre un doctor en la sala de emergencias y una paciente que acaba de tener un accidente de bicicleta. So one person will be either Doctor or Doctora Perez to start, and the other person will be a young person who just came into the emergency room after being in a bike accident. Okay, so you'll be covering the appropriate greetings, introductions. The doctor should introduce him or herself with full name. Okay, ask the patient for his or her name and how to spell both the first and last names. Find out how he or she is feeling, where he or she lives. Find out if he or she knows what time it is at the moment. Okay, find out when his or her birth date is and with whom he or she lives. You're using vocabulary about the family from Capítulo 2. And I'd like you to use as much family vocabulary as you can. And then you'll have the appropriate thank yous and farewells for the moment. Okay, okay, then when you're done with that, you can begin with Diálogo 5, and I will assign new pairs. Okay, so here we have in Diálogo 5, diálogo entre un cirujano y un paciente de 45 años, un inmigrante recién llegado de Ecuador, que va a tener una cirugía ambulatoria en la mañana. So one person is going to be the surgeon, the partner will be the patient. Okay. The patient is 45 years old and a newly arrived immigrant from Ecuador who's having outpatient surgery in the morning. Okay? So again, same for Diálogo 4, you are going to be doing these twice where you need to switch roles. Okay? So in this situation, you will have the appropriate greetings, introductions with the full name, ask your patient for his or her name, how he or she spells his and her or her first and last name, find out how he or she is feeling, if he or she has any questions about the surgery. How is this person going to return home after the surgery? Who is going to prepare their meals? Who is going to go buy his or her medicine? And find out what this person plans on doing, what he or she is going to do upon arriving home. Tell your patient you will see him or her the next morning and thank him or her, and then the appropriate closings. Okay? So that is actually going to be due the next Wednesday, February 20th. Okay? So the next link you have is your language and cultural contact presentation. When you click on that link, you're brought to the general instructions along with detailed instructions here for you. So please read those. Okay. I apologize. I see the date here is wrong. I will correct the date. So give me one moment as I pause. Okay, I've made that correction. It's not September, it's actually February 17th. Okay, so it will be due Sunday the 17th. And here again is an example of one, but keep in mind that this goes way, way over the designated time limit of 5 minutes. Okay, so although a good example, it's just too long. It would need to be shortened. Okay, and remember these are done in English. And please let me know if you have any questions about it along the way. Okay. You know, a good recommendation is doing the voice-over PowerPoint with Screencast-O-Matic. It works well, and you can upload it to your YouTube account. And when you click on here, you'll create a thread, and you'll put your link in there. Okay. All right. So the final thing, as always, are recursos, so some extra resources. Okay, so here in the past I did a video about stem changing verbs. I explained why I call them shoe verbs. Okay, here are some information regarding the difference between Hispanic and Latino. Okay, here are some PowerPoints about irregular verbs that or verbs that are irregular in the yo form only. And here's some more on stem changing verbs. Here's some information about ir, a with the infinitive, showing kind of a simple future. Okay. Saber and conocer, the differences. Okay. If you need a review over ser and estar, or expressions with tener, there's some reviews there. Okay. Here's an overview done by a prior instructor, kind of summarizing the first part of Capítulo 3. And here's an extra fun activity, okay? Canción con términos de salud. Okay, so this song has terms that are related to health. Okay. Alrighty. And then some more practice with stem changing verbs and conocer practice if you'd like to get some more practice in. So that is what you will be doing in Semana 6. So as always, let me know if you have any questions y buena suerte.